Here we go. Here we go. Let's do it. Good morning, everybody. I'm on CP time today. That's Christina person time. That's the time I'm on. I was on CP time. That's what I was doing. But we are here. Good morning. I'm Ray Lytle. It's Ray Lytle's Morning Disaster. That's me. That's Steve.
Good morning.
And that's Christina.
Holy shit.
Good morning.
She's on the same time we are.
No, we were on CP time, and she logged in right as we were getting going. Is when she logged in. I'd say we were on CP time.
Oh,
Christina people time. What was the excuse before, Steve? It was always. Do you remember what the excuse why she was late every day?
oh, she had to take a kid to school. Or
There's no school anymore. It's after Memorial.
Yeah.
There's no school.
had to walk him to school, or had to make breakfast for Dan. Or,
Well, I actually made him breakfast early this morning, so he's in there eating, and I was able to be on time.
I don't know if you were saying that you weren't on time.
Wouldn't be on time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, we were just commenting on. So.
Just go with it.
She has. I like what Irene says. Thank you, Irene. She says Christina has zero excuses.
You're right.
Amanda Kluge says I had to take 3 to school this morning. Who's still in school?
wow.
I have no idea. I thought everybody was out.
Yeah, kids who have detention.
Summer detention.
Yeah, did your kids get summer detention? What the hell? What the hell happened there?
Well, if they're anything like their mother, you know.
Exactly. They're going to have to be around school.
No, if her kids had to actually go to school, that sucks. Oh,
damn.
Corey says Springfield schools are still in. Are you
Oh,
kidding?
wow.
Oh, shit. That sucks. I didn't know that. I thought they were out. I know that sometimes they get out late because it has to do with the fair or something.
Oh, yeah.
It's got to do with the fair, right? They don't want to start school in Springfield while the state fair is still going on or something.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't that a reason? Like some other schools start school while the
Right. Yeah. That weekend.
while the fair is still going on.
Yeah.
I'll be
I
damned.
have no idea.
Shit. Well, maybe that's what it is.
It makes sense.
Yeah. Of course, I don't know. I went
Really?
to Gillespie. You know, so we always, I don't know. It seemed like shit. I started football practice 2 weeks before school started.
Like I started football practice in fucking what, June?
We started
Oh,
football
wow.
like a week after baseball ended. We were
Yeah.
playing football.
You start powerlifting and fucking.
That stuff never stops. Like the training for that.
Yeah.
That goes on while you're playing baseball. But I'm saying when you play summer league baseball.
Christina, you guys have ducks.
It sounds that way, doesn't it? A duck snuck in here and quacked and went back in the other room. AKA Dan's ass.
I just find that so disgusting. He works his job. And he's got Christina.
I bet he was
own office for him so he could do his job. And then he gets up when he has to fart. He has to shit himself.
Yeah.
He gets up and walks out of his office and into the living room where the rest of the family is. Goes in, bends over, rips his ass,
Yeah.
and then goes back into his office.
Yeah.
I bet he doesn't even, I bet he doesn't even have pants on. They just free balling it, walking around the house. He's just got a shirt on in case he has to do some video.
I'll tell you, I've been getting really gassy lately. But I try to cover it up, you know what I mean?
Oh,
I try to
Well,
cover
yeah.
up.
Some people do that. I know a couple people, they just don't give a shit.
I'm pretty good covering up.
But I try to cover myself. Like if I'm in the bedroom, I'll always put the covers on and then because ever since the surgery, my farts are really long. It's never like you know what I mean, like that. It's always before my surgery was like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Good Lord. Yeah, it was unbelievable. And yet I've said this many times. I've been married to my wife for over 30 years. I've never heard her pass gas ever. I never hear her pass gas. I know she does. She's got to. Because she's a human being. I've never heard it though. But
She's good at hiding it.
Somehow mine come out and they're just, ever since the surgery, they're so long and so, good Lord. I mean, and they're just like, DC was over to my house Saturday.
Oh, God.
Like DC gets on me Saturday and says, DC wanted to see that movie, Dungeons and Dragons. He says, he goes, hey, I want to see that Dungeons and Dragons. I go, come on over and watch it. I said, you know, as soon as I want to play some MLB The Show, then you can come on over. And I was playing MLB The Show and he showed up and I was like, all right, well, yeah, it's, you know, I watched the movie. Excuse me, I'm yawning because I went to bed too late. That's what happened. He comes over and we're watching MLB The Show and he says, he goes, hey, you want me to bring you anything? And I said, yeah, a sandwich sounds good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I didn't eat. And my family, you know, leaves me like I'm a dog. So I need to have friends come over and, you know.
Here's your water.
Yeah. Friends come over, refill my drink. They refill my water, take me outside to piss. And, you know. And so he brings me food. And he says, what you want? I said, a sandwich is fine. He goes, okay, great. And he says, what do you want? What do you want? Turkey or ham or whatever? And I'm like, the turkey. And I'm thinking he's going to swing by some place and get a turkey sandwich, right?
Mm-hmm.
He shows up to my house and he says, I got your sandwich. I'm like, cool. And he pulls out a Ziploc bag. And I go, awesome. And then he throws the Ziploc bag at me and I catch it and I look and it was a homemade turkey sandwich, which is nice. I was like, it's homemade. He goes, yeah.
Right.
He goes, well, I'm unemployed. I don't have the money to. He goes,
yeah.
Right.
He goes, I don't want to waste the money to get you like a sandwich from a Head West or a Monty's or Jimmy John's or anything. And it was homemade, but it was on this bread. I don't know what kind of bread this was. And Karen's like, oh, it's still a nice gesture. Well, I'm not going to insult it. I mean, I was going to insult the sandwich. I'm not going to insult it now. Yeah. Because everybody's complimenting him for making me one. So I'm not going to, please forgive me. I'm not going to.
He could have just let you fucking starve. I mean,
Oh, that's good. 12 grain wheat. I love 12 grain wheat.
Well, he gave me this grainy bread.
Yeah.
But so it was good, you know what I mean? And I couldn't eat it all, of course. I could only eat I could almost eat a whole sandwich now. I'm getting close. I don't know what's causing that. I don't know how I don't know how that works, but I think it made me farty. Carrot says he should have specified. No. I didn't mind that it was homemade. It could have. I'll just say it. It could have used some lettuce and tomato. You know what I mean? It could have used some.
But you didn't ask for that. You said turkey.
Well, I mean, it could have. I'm just saying it could have used some lettuce and tomato.
Oh my God.
And perhaps some mayonnaise mixed with Dijon.
Some great poupon.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Mix a little bit. It's a nice. Have you ever done that? It's a nice little taste when you mix.
Oh yeah. I love great poupon.
When you mix, when you mix mayonnaise with a great poupon, with Dijon or whatever.
Yeah, Dijon.
It's pretty nice. But there was no. We didn't put any vegetables on the sandwich. I understand that, but oh well. But I'm saying that this grainy bread, I eat the sandwich, my stomach starts,
Oh.
It starts getting a little boom, 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 boom. I'm like, what's causing it? It must have definitely been the grainy bread. Because I'm sitting there watching Dungeons and Dragons, and I'm like,
God.
And I'm just chilling out. I mean, I'm just chilling out, and I don't have a blanket on or anything. And it was like, oh my, yeah. Amanda Kluge says that grainy bread's high in fiber. That's what I'm saying. Something was on there. Something on that bread got me.
Poor DC.
So I farted. Oh my God.
Was it worse than Royal Rumble?
Well,
this one up here?
No, it wasn't. It didn't. No, not because it didn't sound worse.
Oh, okay.
But DC's sitting there, and I'm sitting there, and I was even sitting there, and I was just sitting there watching the Dungeons and Dragons, which, by the way, it's a good movie. You know what I mean? It's not a horrible movie. It's good, but it starts wafting, and I'm sitting there, and I'm going, "Oh, good Lord, that is foul." And I'm going, "DC fart? What is that smell?" And then there was another couple of noises that may have been coming from me that were. I think the bread was stirring up my stomach or something. And so DC's sitting there. He's sitting there. He's not saying anything. And then he goes, "Oh, God." And then he finally gets up and he walks into the kitchen. And I'm like, so he gets into the kitchen and he's opening up the door that the cats go out to get in the breezeway and everything. And I'm like, what are you doing in there? And he's like, no. And then he texts my wife. I find out that he texts my wife and goes, "Do you guys have any air freshener in here?"
Oh my God. Poor guy.
So when my wife comes home, she goes, she's like, "Why was DC asking for air freshener?" Because he goes to where she keeps the air freshener, all right? And he grabs it out. And then he walks in. Then he walks back into my living room and goes. I'm thinking to myself, how in the hell did he know where the air conditioner or the air freshener was?
Oh my God.
But he sprayed it. I thought he sprayed it. He sprayed it in a smart place. Like my wife doesn't.
Your ass?
My wife starts spraying it up into the air all over the place. He was smart. He walked over towards me. And he's like, I was reclined. I was on the recliner. And I was reclining, and he could tell that the fart was coming out my ass, and then going underneath. You know, Steve, you know when you recline, you're kicked back in your chair. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're kicked back in your chair. Hold on, I'm gonna
Oh God.
I'm gonna draw over our artwork. I'm gonna draw.
Oh yeah. Oh, that made me feel good.
I'll draw a person on a recliner. So say you're reclined, and they're on a recliner. Your ass is here, and then your legs are, and you have the little recline thing. All right, and then there's their feet and stuff, So, like, here's a person on a recliner. You know what I mean? They're sitting down, like, right here,
Right.
There's the person on a recliner.
Uh-huh.
There's their ass.
Right.
There's their legs. Okay. He takes it, and he sprays the stuff. He sprays all in that area.
All right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
That's where the odor was protruding from.
It's pretty smart. Pretty smart. So now if anybody asks, on my artwork, this is the fire dwarf with his binoculars. His ass and balls. There's Irene's face.
And that's Irene
holding the getting stopped.
Looking for my Peter.
And then there is the recliner and where the spray came.
Yeah.
But I'm saying that's where he sprayed, which I thought was pretty smart. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it was coming out. So it wasn't as bad. You know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
It attacked the stink directly.
Yeah.
I'll have to remember that. That one in there, and when I go to Steve's.
Yeah. So that's where DC sprayed. It seemed to work pretty well.
I never could understand why people would spray it up in the air. You're spraying it way up in the air, you're missing the whole deal. It's already up there.
DC sprayed right around my feet and underneath the recliner apparition, and
he wasn't sure if it was your feet, your ass, Chester. It could have been anything in that area.
It was a focus spray. Thank you, DC. It was a good move, I thought. Yeah. But he might have had to spray a few more times.
Maybe.
And then I ate, farted, and then I fell asleep.
Oh, it's like a baby.
I ate, I farted, and I fell asleep. No, but I'm telling you, I do this now. Sometimes when I eat, I just get so tired and I just drift off. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
whenever I have carbs, I just drift off.
I've been doing that a lot lately.
Yeah, so there you go. How was what else happened? Well, what else happened this weekend? Steve, anything happened to you? So I was left alone on Saturday, and I farted and sprayed on with air freshener. What happened for you, Steve?
Not a lot. Was Indianapolis 500?
Yeah.
I was going to watch Coca-Cola 600, but it got rained out.
When is it going to be re-raced, or when are they
It
doing it?
was re-raced yesterday.
Oh, they re-raced it yesterday?
Yeah, it's already over. It was a spectacular event. Wasn't as good as the Indy 500.
I know you love your racing.
I got that Indy 500. They had a fucking tire come off a car, and it landed on a spectator's car outside in a parking lot.
Oh, shit.
Oh my God.
Wait a minute. A spectator? Someone who was just watching?
Yeah. And there was a wreck, and one of the rear tires flew off the Indy car over the catch fence and landed on this lady's car. Smashed the hood, front fender. I mean, it probably totaled her car.
Damn.
God.
It could have hit somebody. I saw it and had like, oh God, I hope that doesn't hit the stands.
So who pays for that? It's not her insurance, right? It's got to be the car driver's insurance, right?
I would assume Roger Penske has to pay for it since he owns Indy 500 area racetrack. So.
Damn.
Yeah, I don't know if you have to sign like a liability thing to bring your car in there and park it there.
Oh, how many people would? Then everybody going would have to.
Yeah, she must have been. It had really special parking because she was like parked really close to the grandstands, and usually you got to park in people's yards.
Oh, she was somebody that worked there.
Oh, yeah, yeah. They interviewed her. She was worried that people kept saying, it's your car, it's your car. She said, oh, no, not my car.
Was she working
it wasn't somebody.
Or just sitting in the stands? What was she doing?
Yeah, she was sitting in the stands.
Oh, shit. Yeah, they got to have, there's got to be some kind of insurance for the racetrack. And it destroyed her car?
Yeah, because it's not even supposed to happen, period. I mean,
as I saw Volk said earlier, he goes, hey, Steve, was that your car?
No, man.
Was that your car? Let me get there's a line that Volk said earlier. Hold on, let me find it. I didn't know what he was talking about. Now it makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, it was crazy. I mean, I saw it. Oh, fuck, there we go.
So this is what he's talking about. He goes, what the hell? He goes, Steve, I saw your car. Or there was something that he said.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, here it is.
Yeah, Steve, did you see the car sitting outside the Indianapolis?
Yeah. You can see right where the fucking tire wheel assembly hit. It was like right on the driver's hood corner fender, and it just like smashed it all down. You see a big black mark from the tire that it was spinning. It was a white car. It was so crazy.
I see. Yeah, he says he goes a tire from one of the race cars. A tire from one of the race cars flew over the safety fence almost.
Wow.
Over people in the stands, and then hit a car sitting outside the track. It flew over people sitting in the stands.
Oh yeah.
Shit.
I thought it was going into the stands. I thought, oh fuck.
Oh my God.
I mean, that's supposed to happen. They have all those things tethered to those chassis and those fences. That wheel wasn't supposed to go outside the racetrack. So I'm just going to assume that the Indianapolis 500 would have to pay for it.
I imagine. Well, I just somebody parking that close. I just assumed that they worked there. You know what I mean? I bet it's somebody there.
Yeah.
Or maybe, I don't know. The other thing is they have some special parking for people. They pay more.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I don't know. What'd the woman look like? Did she look like she was working there, or did she look like
she was a well dressed? She had a race hat on with a checkered bandana on it. She had black and white on. And she was a woman, which really surprised me, and then an African American woman to be also. I didn't think. Maybe she was there. I don't know. There's no African Americans in the Indy 500. There's a lot of.
She was saying that she was a black woman, and a lot of black people aren't fans of the Indy 500.
They are. I've been to Indy 500. They go, but they don't have any drivers. You know, like Bubba Wallace, NASCAR.
Well, it's
Like
because they're all
kick
European.
your ass.
They're all European in the Indy
Well,
500.
not all of them. The one who does European,
Pretty
he's from
much.
Tennessee.
Well, pretty much they're all European. There might be a
There's
couple of Americans in there.
There's a lot of European. I will say that.
Thank you.
More than there should be for a American-based racing association.
But it's not, isn't it? I mean, they have those races in Europe mostly. Then they just, this is one of the ones that are in America.
No.
Really?
They race in Iowa at the racetrack in Iowa. They race in Texas. They race lots of street courses now because they're going so fast.
Because they're little cars, right? Aren't they? I mean, I don't know anything about it, but Brent says Indy doesn't race in Europe. Well, isn't it? What is it? Isn't it?
No, Formula One is Europe. Basically, almost the same time car. Basically, not quite.
So they're different organizations.
Yes. Yes.
One is called F1.
Yes.
And what's the other one called?
IndyCar. NTN. The NT. No, I don't know. It's.
Well, I don't know shit about racing. I'd rather.
Well, see, I know shit about racing. I just because there's been a lot of. I didn't
smell farts.
I didn't realize that Roger Penske had bought Indianapolis Motor Speedway. So, I thought it was still in that one family that always had it, and then of course his car won 8,500.
I don't care anything about.
And then his car
I
won.
have no problem with people who do. I say more power to you. More power to you, but I just don't understand it. You know what I mean? So,
people say that how can that be a sport? But think about it. Those guys, yes, you're just going in a circle, but they're going 242 miles an hour.
Yeah, they're fast.
It can't be too easy. Take your personal car, 242 miles.
I know they've had more deaths. I know they have more deaths in that type of racing.
Oh yeah, because the car just explodes.
Yeah, well,
when you hit the wall at that speed.
For you people who like to watch death, I guess that's your cup of tea. If you like watch people die, see what Steve's into. You masturbating while this race is going
on. The Indy 500. Usually the Indy 500 is a boring ass fucking race. You can watch the first lap and the last lap, and the Indy 500 had like 4 red flags that crashed. This is like NASCAR and the Indy 500.
Wheels flying off and going over the. It was just like that Final Destination movie, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Except I've never seen a motor. Well, yes, I take that back. I have seen a motor come out of a car into the grandstands, but not hit anybody. The fence caught it when it landed through the fence, but it didn't. But yeah, one long time ago.
I'll be damned.
Before NASCAR implicated lots of safety stuff.
Well, I'm glad that you watched. I'm glad you got to watch it because I know you were excited about it. So. By the way, I just want to pat myself on the back because I'm such a good friend. By the way, I'm such a good friend to Steve. I really am. I know that everybody likes to insult me in regards to my treatment of others, but I got to tell you something. I'm such a good friend to Steve because I find out Sunday. I found out that Steve was out of weed. And as soon as I find out, I go, hey, we got any extra weed around here? And
I bet you did.
I did. I go, hey, we got any extra weed around here? And my daughter goes, she goes, yeah, I think I got, she goes, I got an extra pen or whatever. And I go, what the fuck is that? And I go, what is that? She goes, it's like a vape. And I go, oh, okay. And she goes, yeah. She goes, I got a vape. And I said, cool. And then she and her boyfriend were going swimming out of his house in Sherman. And I go to my wife and I said, hey, let's grab that vape thing and we'll go to Steve's house and we'll go to Steve's house and we'll drop it off to him. And she goes, oh, that's nice. And I said, well, he said he's out. And she goes, oh, that's sweet of you. And I go, all right. So we drive to Williamsville to Steve's house. And so I get to Williamsville, right? And then I forget where Steve lives. And my wife goes, are we going to Steve's house? And I go, I forgot where it is. She goes, we were just here at Christmas. And I go, I forgot.
Just follow the stench.
I said, I know you go down Main Street, and then you got to turn on one of these fucking streets. And I went down to the wrong street, and then I got lost. Fuck, now I'm lost.
In Williamsville?
So I tried calling Dan, no answer. And I called Christina, no answer. And then I called Corey, no answer. And then I called I called a bunch of people and got no answer. I'm like, son of a bitch. And then I was going to Facebook and I got no answers. And I told my wife, she goes, so what are we going to do? I said, I'm just going to drive around and look for this fucking apartment. She goes, how are you going to find? I said, I don't know. It's not that big of a town. We should come across it at some point. So I go down Pine and I go down. Dan says, you didn't call me. Dan, I called you. No, I called you, Dan. Yeah. I'll fucking show you. I called Dan, no answer. Yeah, boom, boom, boom. Look, it says right there, Psycho Dan.
Oh.
Yeah. And then, thank God, Christina called me back. I don't have Bubba's number. Bubba says, Ray, you should have called me. I don't have your fucking number, Bubba. So Christina calls me back and she goes, I go, hey, hello. She goes, what?
What?
I go, what? How dare you? I go, hey, where does Steve live? She goes, what? I go, well, Steve lives in the old settlers apartments or whatever. She goes, no, it's the Odd Fellow. And I go, what? I said, I thought he lived in old settlers or something.
Old settlers?
Odd
Fellow.
My wife goes, where's he live? What are the names of those apartments? I said, I think it's old settlers. So my wife's looking up old settlers. She goes, there's no old there is no old settler apartments in I'm like, well, I go, fuck, it's the settler's apartment or something. And
we even did a song about it. I mean, come on now.
I don't know. And I go, I don't know where this fucker lives. God damn it. So my wife says, is it Fellow's apartment? I go, no, it's not. What the fuck? No, it's not that. My wife, she goes, well, I was looking at it. She said, there's something called an Old Fellows. I said, no, it's not fucking Old Fellows. Go to Christina. I said, where's this old? She goes, what? She goes, it's not Old Settlers. It's Old Odd Fellows. And I go, so I realized right then, I'm like,
he was like, oh, fuck.
I
was wrong.
My wife was right.
I have to admit to her I was wrong.
I'm like, oh, here we go. And I go, God damn it. Now I'm going to get shit for not knowing. So anyway, so Christina tells me where the apartment is. And I go, shit. And then I drive over to Steve's house. And I go, she goes, all right, I'll get out and go. I said, no, we're going to go to the back door. She goes, what? I said, we're going to go to the back door. She goes, what do you mean the back door? And I go, Steve bitched about last time because we went to the front door and he had to walk up to the front and get all that stuff. And I said, I think you should just we could walk up to the front and get this Shelly and give it to her or whatever. And I said, but I don't know where she lives. My wife goes, well, how do I get to the back? I said, all right, we're going to drive near Steve's truck.
There you go. Exactly.
Just follow the road. She goes, there's nothing back there. And I go, just follow it. And I said, there's a deck or something.
Yep.
There's a deck. And on the deck, I said, because I called Steve, and he never answered the phone.
I think I fell asleep.
I was like, this motherfucker doesn't answer his phone. I drive all the way over there to get him pot. And I'm like, there's no charge or anything. I just did it out of the goodness of my heart.
And it's appreciated. I told you.
And my wife, my wife gets out and she goes to the back. She goes to the back of his place, and she finds there's some kind of table sitting on his deck.
Yeah.
And so she takes it and she wraps it in a napkin. She took napkins and she wrapped it like it was garbage.
Yeah.
And so she says, I'll just leave it. I'll leave it on the table. But it was worth a ton, it was worth money. So anyway, so she leaves it on the back deck, right? Now here is the picture, everybody. Let me see if I can bring up the picture so you guys can see it. I don't know. How do I get to the picture? Oh, how did that picture of Fat for 20 shit get?
Ew!
What the fuck? Here we go. So here's where she left it. I don't know if you guys can see that. But that
Yeah.
it looks like garbage. It looks like garbage. What it is it's a pen and a charger.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Okay. And so we put it back there. And so then my wife and I leave Williams. I said, so I called again, no answer. And I'm like, fuck. And she goes, I hope he gets it. She goes, it's just laying there. She goes, it looks like garbage. Somebody will come throw it away. And I go, well, I don't know who would throw it away. She goes, who was that Shelly woman you were just talking about? I'm like, oh shit, she might throw it away. And she goes, what? I said, that's Shelly. She might throw it away.
Oh, fuck.
And my wife goes, who is this Shelly? And I go, oh, fuck. I said, shit. And I go, I hope it doesn't get thrown away. She goes, it better not. She goes, it forgot the amount of money she said, but she goes, yeah. And there's enough in there. I don't know how much weed smokes. And then I start thinking, I'm like, well, fuck, it is Steve smoking it, son of a bitch. So it might be a day or two for Bella, but God knows how long. With Steve, it might last an hour.
Right.
So anyway, yeah. So I got a feeling I'll find out again in a few. Or I'll find out in a few. But the whole we leave, we drive home, right? We drive all the way home from Williamsville, and we stop so my wife could do some shopping. You know what I mean? We do all that stuff, and then we finally get home, and then we watch, and I'm watching some kind of sports or whatever, and we're chilling out, and finally Steve texts me hours later, and he goes, "Hey, I was sleeping. What did you need?" And so I sent him a picture of it, and I go, well, I needed to drop off. We dropped some weed off for you. And he's like, what? And I said, we dropped it off. And he goes, where'd you put it? I said, it's on your deck. I said, my wife put it on the table of your deck. It was like, it looks like garbage. So, and then he doesn't even answer. And I'm like, what the fuck? And he's like, then it's like click and he's gone. So then about 10 minutes later, he comes back. He goes, I'm sorry, I had to go look for it. So he cuts off the phone. He cuts it off in order to go look for it. He's like, what? There's weed here.
Shit, I'm out of here.
If you need him to hurry up and move, just put weed out in the place.
Yeah, we know.
He doesn't even finish the phone call. He's like, what? Hello? And you just hear nothing. There's a dial. It goes to dial tone. And so he goes out and looks for it. Okay. And then he texts back. And he goes, I found it. All right. So, Steve, how long did it last?
Yeah, it's still going.
All right. Yes, my daughter said she thought it had a couple days in it or something, is what she said. But I was like, well, that might be a day for Steve. And I said,
Right.
God knows. Or for all I know, it could be an hour.
Oh yeah, it's good.
Yeah. Because it was, 'cause I don't know. My daughter said it was pretty strong. It was her medicinal stuff. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
She has her medicinal marijuana. So,
What bitch?
God knows. So I'm glad it got you high and helped you. That makes me happy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you're welcome.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. And I'm sorry that you had to go all that trouble. Oh, goddamn it. How many times you've ever called me an odd fellow? And you can't even remember the name where I live. I live in the Odd Fellow apartment.
Now I'll never forget it. Trust me. Now I know how to get there and everything. I remember the street because Christina goes, "Where you been?" I said, "I've gone to Pine. I gone to this." Well, it's on Elkhart. And I go, "Fucking Elkhart? What the fuck kind of shit is Elkhart?"
It's a dead end. My end.
Yeah, and I'll be goddamned. And then I go, "That's right. It's on Elkhart," because I made a mention of that last time I was over. And then here's the other thing I remembered about Williamsville is we went there last time and I said, "Oh, what is that? Is that a fucking Italian place?" And I remember the Trattorina. When I went to Williamsville for Steve the first time, and then I saw this thing. Somebody ended up posting that they went to eat at that place and how fabulous it was. And I saw it on Facebook and I was like, and I go, "Oh, that's that place that's near Steve's house." So I saw that place when we got there and I'm like, "Oh, fuck, I want to try out that Italian restaurant." But then I couldn't find where the fuck Steve lived. Yeah.
They say that restaurant's really good. I've never eaten there.
I saw on Facebook how good it was, and yeah. So I don't know, but I was just glad I got Steve some weed because he really seemed like he needed some.
Oh, yes, he did.
But I knew he wanted to watch his racing, so
that's all I wanted.
Yeah. So, but I figured you'd feel better if you'd watching racing while high. I mean, you know.
Oh yeah.
And I told my daughter, I said, "Give me some weed." I said, "Whatever your strongest weed is, just give me some, and I'll."
Smoked some weed, ate some, farted, and I fell asleep. Woke up just in time for the race to be over.
So I go. I'm like, you know, I want to help him out.
Such a good friend.
And my daughter's like, she goes, "Well, let me know." She goes, "I'm sure I got some flour somewhere." She goes, "Let me know if he'll need it."
No, I'm good.
And I said, if he gets hold of me, I'll definitely tell you. But he never got hold of me, so.
I'm making a text to a friend today.
So it worked all right?
Yeah.
It kept you high to get.
Yeah.
It kept you high to get through what you needed?
Yep.
Awesome. Oh, good. That makes me happy. It makes me happy. I'll be damned.
Makes me feel fine.
Oh, God.
Tiny bubble. Makes me happy. Makes me feel fine.
Well, I figured Steve I figured he'd enjoy it. My daughter told me it's strong. She goes, "It's good."
Yeah.
So it worked good for you?
Yeah.
And then I figured I could get a hold of Bubba and get some wax for you, but I don't.
I got plenty. I got wax. If I ever run out of weed totally, I have wax if I need to get high. It's just complicated bullshit that you dig off the wax and the fire floors and the Q-tips and the toothpicks and fucking.
And you roofied it.
I got to remember which one that I roofied so I don't roofie myself.
TC says, "What's more fun while you're high, the straightaways or the turns?"
It depends on what I'm watching. I'm Indy 500 straightaways. Now NASCAR the curves.
So anyway, after we left Bubba's, we go and we go to Walmart, and then my wife goes in the poor thing goes in the Walmarts.
The Walmarts.
So I'm sitting outside in the parking lot, these fucking people that go in. These people that go in and out that Walmart. Oh my God.
I
They're
know.
beauties, aren't they?
Especially on a
Oh.
warm day.
What a fucking, oh my God.
It's like a fucking circus. Oh,
And the scooters, oh my. They are flying those scooters in and out of there. And I saw some 160-pound guy on a scooter smoking a cigarette.
With oxygen.
With his big fat wife walking by him. And then I'm like, oh, what happened to this guy? I was like, oh, he must have fucked up his leg or something. And then the guy stops it, gets out of the scooter, gets out of the rascal thing. All right. And he stands there, pops his back, and he starts jumping up and down to sort of relax. And I'm like, oh, thinking to myself, what the fuck were you doing on the rascal? Like now you're jumping up and down and like, because he had to, he had to sort of loosen himself up or whatever. But he's jumping up and down, and then he's moving this, he's cracking his back. And then they're getting inside their SUV, and I'm like, son of a bitch. And I'm like, this is why people get pissed. It's not because, disabled people are doing it. They're doing it because of this fucking guy who obviously only got in the rascal because he was probably too fucking drunk to walk or whatever. You know what I mean?
probably.
I'm just watching this guy.
Hey, Betty, I'm gonna take that scooter while you walk. Okay?
This guy was like, he looked like he was maybe 160 pounds, Steve. He was fine. He was hopping up and down to sort of crack his back or whatever. And I'm like, what in the fuck? Like there was a time where if I would have gone to a Walmart, which by the way, I would never go into a Walmart.
I couldn't remember when the last time I was.
But if I were to go into a Walmart, I would have had to have taken a rascal.
Oh yeah.
Because I was in a wheelchair, so but now I'm not in a wheelchair, and I'm doing everything in my power to keep from getting back into one. It never looked like this fucking guy. This guy's in his rascal, and he's, smoking his cigarettes, and god damn. Just really, and I'm not one to usually get pissed off when anybody else is doing, but that sort of pissed me off because I know people, and I was one of those people who, like, even now I couldn't walk around the store.
Right, yeah.
But you know what I mean? There are people that need those, and this guy did not need one. So I can understand why some people say stuff. You know what I mean?
Right.
Now, I don't understand why they say stuff to someone like Steve, who obviously needs one because, look, he can't even hold a glass with one hand. He's got a two-fister that. He had to two-fist that glass. He was sitting there going, hey. He was two-fisted to drink it.
It's heavy.
But goddamn, now I know why they say stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Brent says, I had to ride a scooter back in a Walmart once. An old lady asked. That's fine. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying this guy obviously got on one, and he was taking it. They were leaving Walmart, and he was riding it and smoking a cigarette at the same time in the parking lot. And he drove it to his car, and then he just left it there, and they took off. So,
that kills me. The son of a bitches just leave him outside.
Yeah, they just left him there. And this guy did not need a rascal. That was my,
Right.
Take the motherfucker back in and plug it in so the next fat person can use it. It doesn't run out of charge at the back of the fucking store with a full cart full of shit.
I had a nephew
Yeah.
that used to work there. And he did cart whatever. Like he would have to go out in those parking lot and grab all those carts. Not all the shopping carts and bring it back in. But I think they also had to go out and get the rascals that people just left. Yeah. Fucking crazy. But there was a time I've never ridden a rascal. But there was a time where if I was going to go into a store or something, I needed one. But my wife goes in, and so I was in the parking lot just watching these people, and I was like, God damn, these sons of bitches. Yeah. But the people that come in and out of there, and oh my God, these women, these fat women, God. I mean, they're the size of Steve. But even though they're the size of Steve, they got these cut off fucking jeans or whatever.
Oh, baby.
They got these cutoffs that are slit up in all kinds of places.
Yeah.
Pull those sons of bitches up as high as they'll go. They got half that fat ass hanging. Oh my God. Oh,
Or they're wearing spandex that they should not be wearing.
damn it. Why do you leave your house looking like that? Bitch.
They don't care. Obviously.
God damn. Yeah, just unbelievable. Half their cooches hanging out. Oh. And then this one couple pulls up, right? And this little guy gets out and he's on the phone. He's on the phone or something, and then the wife gets out and she's a big fatty with cut off shorts on, and then the guy grabs some kind of fucking gun or bow and arrow. I don't know what the fuck it was. Some kind of hunting, whatever. And then straps it on him. And then they're taking it in there for whatever reason. I don't know what. And then as they walk closer, I hear her on the phone. I was like, oh my God, that's a woman. And then as she walks closer, I notice there's boobs. I go, oh my God, that is a woman. And so I got my window down, and I'm listening, and she's talking to somebody, and she goes, well, this motherfucking, I got my old lady with me. And I'm like, and I can hear, and I go, okay, that is either like a 15-year-old kid or a 14-year-old kid that hasn't hit the change yet, or she's a woman. And as she got closer, I noticed, I said, oh, this is a lesbian couple. But this woman was wearing a fucking some kind of hunting ball cap and had on of which I don't care about but I'm gonna make another point in the story here that will be the part that freaked me out. So she has some kind of ball cap on, and she's got chew in her mouth. She's talking on the phone and spitting while she's walking. Well, my old lady, she's bitching about her wife or girlfriend or whatever the hell's going on. And then, so she's talking about, but here's the part that amazed me. Because I'm fine, however anybody wants to identify. Fuck, I don't care. But she was obviously a woman. She's walking in the parking lot. And she's got this fucking hunting thing wrapped all the way around her. And she's got the Bluetooth thing going around to the front of her mouth. And even though it's a Bluetooth, she's putting her hand on it like it's a phone or something. It was just really weird. And she's bitching and she's spitting this big wad of of a chewing tobacco. And then right near my car, she goes, ugh. And she scratches her balls. She tugs at her balls. But she doesn't have balls. You know what I mean? She goes, ugh.
Oh God.
And I'm like, what the fuck are you grabbing at? What is going on? It was very weird. I'd never seen that before. I've never seen a woman tug at her nuts. Because she didn't have any. I mean,
Well, maybe
which is cool.
maybe she did. Maybe she was.
No, I don't know. She didn't have nuts. I don't know if she for fupa. I don't know what the hell. I don't know what was going on, but you know. Yeah,
Who knows?
but I don't know what she was. I don't know what she was adjusting down there, but I don't know if she was. I don't know what the hell it was, but that was the weird part to me. Is like, what in the fuck are you adjusting? What? You know? Yeah. So I don't know. Corey's saying maybe it was a guy who was trans. No, it didn't look like any transgender situation. It just, and unless she was a woman transgendering into a man, but they don't put any balls on until that's like the last thing they put on, right?
Yeah.
I think so.
If you're a man transitioning, they don't put your dick on or balls on until that's the very last thing. But and you could tell in the tightness of the fucking of the shorts that she had on, there was nothing in there, you know what I mean? But she
She just had tight shorts on, not baggy shorts.
camouflage, tight camouflage.
Oh, yeah, okay. Now I'm visualizing. I get the visualization now.
Yeah, she was visualizing. She had tight camouflage pants,
Okay.
or shorts, a black shirt, some kind of suspenders, a hunter's ball cap. She had on like a holster looking thing or something.
I agree, Kyrie. Are you sure it wasn't Carla?
I don't know. No, it wasn't Carla. Carla would have taken a selfie right near my car. So,
Look who I saw in the parking lot.
oh, and Carla's sexy, or you know what I mean? Carla's kind of cute, isn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah, this woman was really short hair, was talking like a man, spitting, chewing tobacco.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm saying she looked like a pitcher in a baseball game, started tugging at her crotch, and I was like, what the hell? What in the hell is going on here? It was just really.
Maybe it was a signal.
I don't know what. I have no idea.
Fuck would she be signaling?
What in the hell?
Maybe they were going to rob the place or something, man.
Oh my God.
I have no idea. So, and it was right there, right outside my car, and it was something. But I've never seen anyone. I think she was just tugging at imaginary balls or adjusting.
Yeah, she was practicing. She was playing the part. She was obviously the man of the relationship.
Yeah, maybe I looked like she was playing a part. That's what it looked like to me. But I'm telling you, I've got a dick and balls, and
Yeah, we're well aware.
I do not adjust them in public. That's not.
Oh, I do. I need to adjust right now. But...
And I played baseball for years, and in the dugout I would adjust such things, but I would never. And I played third base. I would never go out there and start adjusting my balls while on the field. Never. I would just like, I'll itch. I'll just itch and go. You know what I mean? I'll just deal with it later. I'm not gonna go out there tugging on my cup or.
I was the one that little fat good kid in right field that was pulling his underwear out of his butt.
Of course, I never wore a cup. When I played first, I wore a cup, but not. I didn't play with.
I've never wore a cup in my life.
Yeah, I had to wear a cup when I played first because I wasn't very good. And you'd stretch and go to get it, and the ball sometimes would hit the ground and
Yeah.
it'd pop right up and hit you right in the nuts. You don't want to be. You do not want to be in that situation. So, yeah. But yeah. But I never. I just didn't publicly do that. It's not anything I'd want to do. But like I said, this woman, she didn't even have anything down there, but she was adjusting. But I think, like, was it Dan that said in the chat? I think she was playing a part. You know what I mean? So my advice is, and I don't care, you identify however you want to identify. Does not want to bother me. But if you think that's what's going to make you more masculine, you're wrong. That's not anything that makes you more masculine. I just don't find publicly adjusting yourself as anything, and especially not, not if you are. You understand what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
You just don't grab your junk and adjust it in public, especially if you don't have any junk. You just look weird.
Yeah.
It looked like something was in the vagina. She's just trying. I don't know what the fuck was going on. I don't know what the hell you're. I shouldn't have been watching, but I don't. But what I saw was disturbing. She wasn't pulling anything out. She was just down there like to adjust, and I'm like,
maybe she had tapeworm.
Yeah. I don't know if she had a worm or what the hell was going on. I don't know, but and it wasn't adjusting the back, because I have seen women who had to pull like a thong out of their ass or whatever, but that was not what was going on. So I don't know what the hell she was doing, but it seemed very weird to go. It just seemed very weird to be doing that while walking in the parking lot of a Walmart with your hunter's gear. I don't know what the fuck. I don't know what the hell it was. It was a concealed. It looked like maybe a bow and arrow setup thing, but she strapped it on. She strapped it on, and it was sort of, and then it had a big thing in the back. And so I don't know if it was a gun or you can't. I don't think you can carry guns on your back here, right? I mean, I know you could put a gun in a holster if you're something, but
yeah, and it has to be concealed.
Yeah,
that obviously wasn't concealed.
I don't know, because I couldn't see anything, but whatever it was, she strapped it. It was on her back, and she was like she's Green Arrow. Strapped the whole fucking, But I was like, why in the fuck are you? I was like, why are you bringing a bow and arrow to you at Walmart? But maybe DC says you can buy them. Well, yeah, maybe it was just returning it. I don't know, but it was weird because it was on the back, and it was a strap,
Huh.
So it was nuts. DA says she had a crossbow to hunt the zombies. It didn't look like a crossbow, but I don't know. I don't know what the fuck it was. It's just weird, Listen, I know in the United States we have some states where, because I've seen pictures of these guys, they have like fucking AR whatever that'll have a strap on, and they're walking around publicly with their huge ass guns on their back. But I know that I know here in Illinois we don't allow that. I know it's got to be you got to keep it from being seen, right? I think
Mhm.
I don't know if you can holster. You probably can holster a gun if you got a cover on it and you snap it or something, right? Am I crazy?
I don't
I
know.
believe as long as it's concealed and you
Yeah, you
can't see
can-
it, I think
you
it's
But you can
legal.
concealed carry as long as it's all snapped in and stuff.
Right.
So I know that some guys have holsters that have, that have something that lets them walk around. And I know some states, you don't even need to conceal it. Yeah, it's you know what I'm talking about, those assholes that have they got like a big for some reason they go into a grocery store with a fucking AR-15 strapped to them and stuff. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Yeah, like here, look at these. Here you go. Look at these guys. This is what I'm talking about. I'll show you this picture. These guys are just walking around. They're just walking around with those guns. Why? I mean,
Oh, fuck.
yeah, I can understand. I can understand some things. You want to walk like here, these guys. Okay, I can understand
Right.
having a pistol. You know what I mean?
Right. Right.
I can understand that. If somebody wants to carry a pistol, I can understand that. But I do not understand these guys carrying. I mean, what the fuck are you carrying that for?
Right. Yeah.
What are you? Look at this guy. This guy's got a fucking.
Yeah.
That looks like a shotgun. What the fuck? What are you carrying that around for?
He got a camo shirt on.
Trying to show off.
Yeah, there's no other reason to do that except you're showing off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like this guy. You're just showing off. Like, why in the fuck why do you want to carry, you're just showing off like a dickhead. I don't get it. Like, I can understand if you got a pistol on to protect yourself, but what are you trying to protect yourself from? What are you trying to protect yourself from if you got that much? Look at that. What this guy's got a fucking pistols. He's got a whatever the fuck. What does that mean? Machine guns? I don't know what.
God damn.
Who are you protecting yourself from? The Russian army or something? Jesus. What do you think is happening here?
Looks like he's carrying a Trump flag.
Yeah, like this guy. What the fuck are you carrying?
Yeah. What's that old lady carrying for? To knock her on her ass.
But I mean that's listen, you can protect yourself, however, but I'm just wondering, what in the fuck are you protecting yourself from? If you're carrying around rifles and machine guns, or what? Are machine guns even legal? I don't know what the hell it is, but
I don't know.
I can understand someone carrying a pistol. In fact, I have been at places before. Oh, Corey says machine guns are illegal in the United States unless you have a Class 3 license. I don't know the difference in licenses, but I gotta tell you, I can understand someone carrying a pistol, because I have been in places before, and or I've gone to lunch before with someone who had a pistol, and I was like, "Fuck, man, you know what I mean? If someone comes in to rob us, this guy's got us covered."
Yeah.
Well, I hate to say it, but I felt there was a safety in it. I felt safe.
Mm-hmm.
And there are some places I've been where, there was one time we were in Missouri, and this is in the 90s, which I don't even know what the rules were then, but we were at the landing, and we were just walking. It was me and Lamb and a couple other guys from Rock 106 in Peoria, and we were partying at the landing. And, we're drunk, and you know how my mouth is. I'm stupid. and I'm saying stuff I shouldn't, and this guy fucking pulls a gun on us.
Ooh.
Oh.
He fucking pulled a gun on us and aimed it at us. And I was like, whoa. And I stopped. I don't know what I had said to the guy. I said something stupid, I'm sure. And the guy goes, just fucking keep walking. I'm like, hey, no problem, dude. No problem. And we just kept walking as this guy was aiming at us. And this is like 93, you know what I mean? 92, 93, whatever. So I've been in those places before where you feel really unsafe, but I don't even know what the hell this guy's doing. So if somebody's got a pistol, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But if I'm walking around and I see some asshole, you know, and I see an asshole with a fucking big ass weapon, it doesn't make me feel safe. You know, I don't feel safe from it. I'd be like, son of a bitch, what is this? What the hell is this guy? Like, here, look at these guys. This picture does not make me feel safe. I'm like, look at this. The fuckers might shoot me with that.
Right?
I don't feel safe. They're not protecting me with that. God damn it. I don't feel safe, so. Anyway. Oh, well. I mean, what do you think is coming that you have to have those guns with you?
Exactly.
I know. Awfully paranoid about something.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
So it's just crazy. So I don't know. I just think that someone's got a pistol. I'm fine. I'm with them. You know what I mean? To protect me from whatever goes on. But if someone's walking around, I'm saying if someone's walking around with that type of automatic whatever, I think you're begging for trouble.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I think.
I think you're begging for someone to come give you trouble. Yeah, like Dan says, doesn't Dan always walk around doesn't Dan have a holster or something? He's got a pistol. But yeah, so I would feel safe with that. But I got to tell you, if Dan was walking around with some fucking AR or whatever strapped on him, I wouldn't feel good. Yeah. I just would not feel as safe. You know, I don't get it. So, yeah, like Tyler says, I wouldn't carry an AR or a shotgun. That's what I'm saying, Tyler. You carry a pistol, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like that Kyle Rittenhouse kid. Remember that kid was carrying a big fucking. Wasn't Rittenhouse carrying some kind of automatic weapon, or some kind of? He had some kind of big fucking. I don't understand.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't understand why anybody would care. I think you're just asking for trouble if you're carrying that. And you just look like a dickhead. You know what I mean? I think a guy with a pistol and a holster, I don't think they don't look like dickheads.
No.
They don't. You know?
Looks can be deceiving sometimes.
Like here's a guy that he's got a pistol. I have no problems. Look at that picture. I have no problems with this. This guy's got a pistol right here by his side. In case anyone starts any trouble, you can protect yourself with that pistol. That guy's probably a cop, or so he's probably some type of law enforcement guy. But I'm just saying that looks fine. That's not intimidating or anything. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's not intimidating. But if I see some asshole carrying a big fucking, some guy's got a big rifle strapped to him, that scares the shit out of me.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I feel safer with that guy with the pistol to his side more than I ever would with some guy with a fucking, you know, with a fucking, some kind of, you know, with some kind of rifle or whatever the hell he's got, whatever they got strapped to them. I don't even know what they are, but it just seems like, why in the fuck would you be carrying with that big, you know, and they bring it into like a Walmart.
Right.
That's what freaks me out. Like, why the fuck are you bringing this into Walmart? Doesn't make any sense. Yeah, I just think that's crazy. But anyway, this woman that was adjusting her balls, she didn't have it. You know, woman adjusting her balls, you know, I don't know. I know that if, like, let me just put this out there. If you were going to the movies, if you were going to see a movie, or if you were going to the store, and if somebody had a pistol in a holster, I'm telling you, you wouldn't give a shit. You would, which is what I'm saying. I don't give a shit about that. But if I'm going to the movies and I see some asshole with some fucking big ass fucking gun that I don't even know what the fuck it is, strapped to his back, that would freak me out.
Yeah. I'd probably leave.
I'd go, fuck this. This
Yep.
is gonna be. This
I'm
guy's
out.
gonna turn and shoot all of us. I'm out.
Yep, I'm out. See ya.
Fuck this, right? But if I see somebody with a holster and a pistol, I'm like,
Okay.
you know what I'd think? I'd think good, because this motherfucker's here to protect in case some asshole stands up and tries to shoot all of us. The guy with the pistol is here to take him out. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Right.
You see a guy with a pistol, you're like, yeah, fuck, that's cool. You see a guy with those big guns, they're just there trying to intimidate people. At least that's what I get out of it.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, and it's not because Holly's talking about it's not just white people. No, I'm not. Yeah, I know that everybody has. There's a gun fascination in this country.
Yeah, there is.
There are people of all race, all gender, all everything, all.
Oh yeah, and
LGBTQ, straight, whatever. Everybody.
Oh yeah, people are obsessed with guns.
There is a senseless fascination with guns in this country. But I'm telling you, there's no problems with pistols. So I don't think the problem is not pistols. The problem are those big guns that are very intimidating. I'm telling you, I see a guy with a pistol, it doesn't bother me at all. I think, well, that's the guy that if someone starts any shit, that's the guy I'm going to be behind. So they'd have to take that fucker out before they get to me.
Right.
You know what I mean? Talk about Dan, but if I was going to go do dinner somewhere for one of those fucking meet and greet things, I'd want to hide behind. I'm serious. You know.
Yeah.
And I've had security in my past. And, so I feel safe around pistols. But, But I do not feel safe around those guys with the huge ass. You know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh shit! I'm sorry. I just got this text. So why am I paying for I'm paying for that Max,
Uh-huh.
and I just got a text from AT&T telling me, "Hey, don't worry, Max is still included with your wireless plan at no additional cost."
Oh well, shit.
I'm like, why am I paying fucking $15 a month for something that I get for free?
Okay, so let me ask you this. I was getting HBO Max with Now Max
Yeah,
through Cricket for free.
yeah,
So can I dump my Discovery Plus now?
yeah,
I
yeah,
was paying for Discovery. I'm paying for Discovery Plus.
yeah. Discovery
Yeah.
Plus is included with.
Yeah, I knew that. Yeah.
Discovery Plus is now on Max.
Okay, that's what I'm gonna do. I wanted to pose that question before I deleted it. But that's only $7 a month.
Yeah, save yourself some money.
I'll pick up Hulu then. I gotta get Hulu for this Jelly Roll documentary.
Oh Jesus Christ!
Oh, good God.
Jelly roll documentary.
He's obsessed.
Yeah, you love that jelly roll. He wants that jelly roll.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. He does.
I'm telling you, I have Max, and it has
Right, yeah.
all those Discovery Plus. I've never seen Discovery Plus, but I imagine that's what they.
Yeah, I better check that out.
They have. Here's what I get on my Max. I say different. It says different brands. It's got the HBO brand, the DC Comics brand.
Yeah.
It's got the Food Network brand. It's got the Home and Garden brand or whatever.
TLC.
It's got the TLC brand. It's got the
Magnolia Channel.
It's got all that shit. It's got the Turner Classic Movies channel. It's got all that shit. There's so much content on this Max. Holy fuck. Serious.
Yeah.
It is. There's so much on there.
I
don't think there's as big a streaming service available. That Max is gigantic. But now to find out that I'm paying for it and I don't have to, fuck. Are you kidding? God damn it. So I don't think you need to have Discovery Plus.
Right. I agree. Because I've checked it out. I've checked out the shows that were on Max. I think I can watch the same ones that I'm watching.
They got like there's 22 seasons of that fishing show.
Oh yeah.
Crabs. There's 22 seasons of it.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
And by the way, you want to know what there's a lot of seasons of? I've never seen the show, but I know it's on my Max. I've never seen it. Is this show called Pimple Popper?
Oh yeah.
And there's a whole bunch of seasons of Pimple Popper.
I love watching her.
You know what I
started Pimple Popper?
You know what I started watching the other night was Restaurants Impossible.
Oh yeah.
Which is these people have these restaurants, right? And their restaurant is failing. The restaurant is failing. And they can't figure out why it's failing. So they have this English guy come into their restaurant, and he figures out what's wrong with it.
Robert Irving.
Yeah, Robert Irving.
Irving.
I think it's what his name is.
Yeah.
So he fucking comes in, right? He comes in, he goes, all right, well, let's talk about it. What's your food cost? The guy goes, what? He goes, what's your food cost? My food cost? He goes, yes, I'm trying to figure out a budget for you. Guy goes, I don't know what you mean food costs. The guy goes, well, how much does it cost you to serve your meals? And the guy has no idea. He goes,
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about. And he goes, if you don't even know your food cost, how do you know what to charge? And the guy says,
Oh.
I do charge us $12. And he goes, what does this include? And so the guy shows him what the meal includes, and the guy adds it up, and this Robert Irvine goes, you realize you're losing $5 every time you serve it.
Oh, wow.
What? And he goes, you should. And so then he shows him how to make stuff. He goes, you realize it's costing you, like he goes through this guy's stuff, and it's costing this guy $19 every time he makes this meal, and he's charging $12 for it. So it's costing you $7 every time you make this. And by the way, it's a horrible meal because Robert Irvine goes to eat it, and he goes, oh, this tastes terrible. This is terrible. And then he goes, not only does it taste terrible, you're losing $7 every time you serve it. So it's I mean, anyway, this show is fucking crazy, but it's great. I mean, because he shows these guys, so he tells this guys, he goes, listen, we're gonna make this. I'm gonna show you how to make. And so the guy's making it with like this frozen food that he buys from. He buys frozen food from this guy, and then that's what he serves up. And then he says, I'm going to show you how to make something fresh. He goes, so we're going to get some fresh food, and I'm going to show you how to make something that will be more profitable for you. So then Robert Irvine says, you're paying so much money for this frozen food. When someone orders it, you take this and you throw this in the microwave, and then you have to take this and you put this in the fryer, and then you have to make this and mix it with this package or whatever. So he shows the guy how you just order some fresh chicken, and you take the chicken, you put these seasonings on it, then you dip it in this, and you put it in that, and then you fry it in a pan. And then he I don't know, he takes some fucking potatoes and onions or whatever, and he puts that in another pan. And then he goes, and you mix them together. He goes, you mix them together on this plate. And he goes, this costs $3.25 for you to make. And he goes, you serve this $11. Now you're making an $8 profit every time you serve it. And this guy is bewildered going, oh my God, I never thought of that. And I'm like, what kind of, no wonder this idiot is.
Oh, yeah.
No wonder this fucking moron's business is a failure. He's not budgeting his cost. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
Wow.
you know, he's just showing these guys how to make stuff. And then he makes he'll make a chicken dish or a fish dish, or he'll say, what are you putting in your pasta sauce? And the guy's trying to describe all this stuff. And he goes, here, pasta sauce. You know, and he shows them, boop, 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 and put this and this and this, mix it up, pasta sauce. And it's amazing. And he shows them how to, you know, how to make, you guys, you know, there are several kinds of basis. There's some kind of basic sauces. All right.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? If you know how to make the basic sausage that they teach you in culinary school or whatever, then you can make everything.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
You know, once you know how to make a cream base or a chicken base, or I can't remember what they call the stuff, but when you know how to make these different kind of bases, you can make everything else. So, but anyway, this show, Restaurant Impossible, is on this show's on Max, and it's fucking great because this guy goes through and, you know, works everything out. So it's pretty cool. I highly recommend it. There's 20 some odd seasons of it, Steve. 20 some odd seasons of this show. And the best part is And I was just watching some over the weekend. Some of these restaurant owners are so stubborn and such assholes that the reason they're failing, the reason their business is failing is they're an asshole.
Yep.
And no one's told them. But then this guy goes into the restaurant and says, well, the reason your business is failing is you're an asshole. No one wants to work for you. No one wants to come here and eat with you because you yell at your customers. You're making meals that are costing you money. And he goes, and you always think you're right. Like he's working with this one guy and this guy's telling this host that you don't know what you're talking about. And the host is going, no, I do know what I'm talking about. I own, this guy owns a bunch. This guy goes, I own blah, blah, blah restaurants. I make blah, 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 blah money. He goes, trust me, I know what I'm talking about. And this guy has got a restaurant that's losing money so bad, he applied to be on this television show. And yet he's telling the host of the show that he knows everything. And
Wow.
I love episodes like that. So, and like I said, there's 20 some odd seasons, so I'm sure I'll see a lot of them where he's arguing with people and he goes, well, the reason that your business is a failure is you're a mess. You're an asshole. Like this guy's coming out and yelling at his customers and he goes, why do you think that's good business? Well, those people need to know. He goes, no, they don't need to know. He goes, the only thing you're teaching them is they now know not to come back to your restaurant.
Wow.
It's crazy. So.
Whatever you do, don't start watching Bar Rescue, because then you'll never go to another meet and greet. Because you'll see how some of these bars are run. Oh my God. Mm-hmm. And the shit that goes on in the kitchen.
I got to tell you, some of these shows, and I'm not a big reality TV guy, but some of those shows are pretty good. So, anyway, we should probably wrap it up. I got to go work out.
Oh, okay. I got smoke signals later.
Yeah. Smoke signals tonight?
It's Tuesday, right?
Yeah.
Yep, it's Tuesday.
Every day. Or for the last
I've been feeling
every 7 days for the last few hundred years.
I've been feeling a little funny the last 10, 15 minutes.
You got you need to hit that weed.
Oh, you need a hit?
No,
I
think I've had too much. I need to.
Oh, shit.
So you're smoking too much of the shit we gave you is what you're saying.
I'm not sure if I can feel my leg to stand up.
So it's that good?
Well, don't fall down,
That's
Steve.
medicinal shit. You know?
I'm not gonna fall. Milk duds here.
Well, you're
gonna keep you from falling or what?
His whole face is numb. He should probably take it easy on the pot a little bit.
Yeah, you need to back off for a little while.
I need to eat some breakfast.
My daughter said it might have a couple days in it. She might have given you a little more than she thought.
You didn't have to give me anything. Like I said, I have to make a text this afternoon for pickup tomorrow, I'm sure. So It's all good.
All right. Okay, guys, that's it for today's show. Smoke signals tonight. All right.
Oh, yeah.
Tonight. Thank you all, by the way. I hope you guys had a great weekend of relaxation and,
I put it in my be off. I'm leading the fucking league. One of them.
I hope.
Oh, wow.
I hope you took some time yesterday to remember what the day was for, but I hope you all had a good weekend. You know what I mean? I hope that not many of you did as much fucking planting or gardening that Christina and Dan did. Holy shit.
I don't know what you're talking about.
A lot of fucking gardening going on. You guys in your garden photos.
I love it.
It is possible to garden without taking a photo of it.
Well, we're trying to sell some of them because we have too many. So
Well, I thought it was a
Oh,
smart idea what you guys did on that Saturday.
yeah.
You should get out to Springfield and stuff and sell some of that shit. There's a bunch of people who want to start gardens, and you're fucking saying, hey, here's a tomato plant. And the plant, all you basically have to do is take the tomato plant that Dan has started, and you just take it out of a little thing and put it in your yard, and it'll grow.
Yep.
I gotta tell you, if I was a gardener, that's what I'd do. I wouldn't be fucking planting a seed. I would just go get the shit you guys have. And,
Oh yeah.
or I'd pay you
Mhm.
guys to come put it in my yard.
I gotta tell my mom about you guys.
Yeah.
She's getting good some plants.
Yeah.
We got plenty.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I was thinking. I was like, God damn, I should plant some myself. Because I'm hoping that Karen's going to hook me up
Oh yeah, me too.
when they start sprouting and
I hope somebody hooks me up. Just remember, guys, I don't have a yard. I have a cornfield, but I can't plant tomatoes in a cornfield. I'll trade you some sweet corn from a cornfield for some tomatoes.
Oh, so you're gonna go out to the field and steal some corn?
Yeah,
I hope it's fucking.
I'll trade for tomatoes.
I hope it's that same shit that I stole. Or stewed corn.
Just remember, Steve, boil the shit out of it
Oh
before
yeah.
you eat it.
Oh, speaking of corn, I ate corn last night.
I had a ribeye steak sandwich.
I had a pork
So
steak.
fucking good. It was so good. My wife, man, it was so delicious. I couldn't eat the whole thing, but it was really good. My wife served me a ribeye steak sandwich, some macaroni, and some potato salad. And I'm like, well, fuck it. I'm not going to forget about me. I had like 1 spoonful of macaroni. I had 1 forkful of potato salad. And I had half of a sandwich. That's all I could have. But it was good. All right, I got to go work out. I got to go work off. All right, you guys, we'll see you at 6 o'clock. So long.